That water's moving, making waves, some big, some small, some little drips, some big white water. It's talking, that water. That's the way it talks. That's the way it moves, because it's living.
If you've come to help me, then you can leave.
Do you need help cleaning up all my garbage?
I'm not cleaning up your garbage. I'll help you clean up your garbage.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
But if you're here because your liberation is tied up with mine, then let us work together. I think that's been a guiding philosophy of what we're doing here.
So, what is this? What is this?
This?
Not this, but this.
What's this?
The whole thing. What is this?
It's confluence.
The Northeast Climate Confluence is a convergence of peoples from all around everywhere. We got people from Ecuador, people from Canada, we got people from Maine, New York, Connecticut, so further south, Boston, can't forget Boston, and it's just people coming together, presenting
workshops, skill shares, great food, panels.
Hearing conversations about like anarchism and feminism and like new waves of black power stuff, and talking about indigenous struggles, like just not even in workshop spaces, but just things that had spun off and people who were interested on their own. And like that's really why we're here, is to get that fire to go and spread. Yeah.
The young people today who I interact with, I think they have their capacity to see this more complex picture of our oppression is there. Like they talk about the intersectionality of oppression.
The oppression of the earth involves like destroying people as well.
We had workshops about not just mountaintop removal and alternative energy, but also stuff about political prisoners, about Palestine, about all these different issues of oppression that we believe are all connected and are all necessary to fight these other forms of oppression if we want to do anything about climate change.
We're 4% of the world and we consume 20-25% of the Earth's resources. I mean, that's oppression right there in itself. So that's a social justice issue.
So for them to even invite me to speak on political prisoners means that this is a movement that is not just concerned about its particular issue, but to know that this issue is connected to every issue of trying to change this country and change this world.
If I did that more times during the day, I'd be happy.
A lot of typically underrepresented voices are here.
Gender issues and trying to educate people about sexuality and consent.
And then there are a couple of us that have experience with social justice and with urban populations.
My reserve, the Six Nations of the Grand River Territory in Canada.
Like me, well, my people, we're here in the United States, we're still fighting for liberation. But I also fight for the freedom of political prisoners.
I know I'm probably one of the 10 oldest people in this place.
I kind of like composting toilets. Composting toilets are cool. Totally without chemicals, and you can go and put them in the ground and then move them and plant a tree. And I think that's just like a really kind of simple idea that can move away from that sort of more corporate-sponsored technology will save us view of dealing with climate change.
We talked about community gardening a little bit as a means of empowering urban populations.
People that know how to do that stuff are going to be able to survive, and the people that are pushing a button are going to be in very bad shape very soon.
Corporate America is keeping that cover.
And I'm seeing it as being connected to climate change because in order to build an effective movement, in order to build a resistance to the government repression and the corporate power that is like bringing on all these disasters for us.
Corporations with no real concern for anything really.
And the sort of gestures that we're making towards picking apart that system and seeing how that effect, that trajectory we're on with ecosystems is connected to that trajectory that we're on with other human communities.
We need to be able to have functional groups, we need to have a functional community, and working on gender issues is one of those ways that we can kind of break down some of the ways that we've been divided.
So the spontaneous community that forms between all of these people that don't actually know each other, but they share these common causes and common beliefs, and that's a really powerful thing.
It does give people a chance to get out there and meet people that they otherwise wouldn't meet. And
don't normally get a chance to interact with each other, or who wouldn't normally interact with each other for many reasons of distrust.
And to also share skills and learn other skills that they're interested in, and in a really accepting and diverse environment.
As a place that's accepting and open, and I don't mean that in the college pamphlet sense of those words, but in the very true and real. I pretty much every night this week sat down to dinner with people I'd never spoken to before, and that was totally appropriate and where it was at.
Never seen a kitchen, and I've studied nutrition and know about many different health food choices.
Especially anchovies on pizza.
Is this for lunch, I hope?
Mm-hmm. Cool. I don't really have a favorite because I like a lot of things.
Cool.
If it's organic.
But anchovies are probably running out, so I have to stop liking them. And they're our animal friends too.